Hello, beautiful souls. So, I am going to be sharing just a little bit of some thoughts and insight and hopefully a little bit of inspiration. And I've been going through a big shift in my life in pretty much every way. And I think a lot of people could easily call it a midlife crisis. Of course, I wouldn't call it that, even though I'm around that age and stage in my life. And that's really why I started opening up and sharing some of these things. The more conversations I'm having, the more I see how similar we all are, especially at this stage in our lives when we've worked so hard for things. And the promises that were made when we were kids about the plan we had for our lives and trying, like, being forced to make a decision when we were too young to even vote. And then we were just supposed to have our whole lives figured out for us. I think a lot of us have done the right things or maybe the wrong things and tried to course correct, or just thought that they'd be in a different place by now, or, did everything right and it still feels all wrong, or feels like everything went wrong and struggling with reconciling that. And I think this is just a very interesting place that people my generation are in, and a lot of people in the world, regardless of what generation, we're kind of collectively going through big shifts together, a massive awakening, if you will, and starting to question things. And for me, I've been questioning things pretty much my whole life, so that's not new. But I think collectively, a lot more of us are questioning as we're realizing, wait a minute, this doesn't seem quite right. And is this the course that I want to be on? Is this the course we want humanity to be on? What's it going to be like if it continues going this way? So for me, I've always clung to the quote that's attributed to Gandhi of "be the change you wish to see in the world." And this is one way that I'm doing that. And for anyone who cares and wants to come along for the ride, that's awesome. And I definitely welcome you. And if it isn't your thing, that's totally cool too. But what I'm seeing more is that we need these moments of connection more so than ever before, of seeing the human on the other side of it, and at the same time, getting reconnected to the human within ourselves. So having said all that, I'm starting, I guess, a series of things. I'm kind of a little bit wild and bohemian, so I can't always do one set thing forever. I have to constantly switch it up a little bit so it doesn't get stale for me. But for the foreseeable future, I just wanted to start sharing some of these things, these human connective pieces in a world that can feel chaotic, lonely, scary, more disconnected than ever before. And so wherever you're watching this from, welcome, hi, and thank you for being a part of this in whatever way. So I'm going to share, I'm just going through, I can't get it up there without it glitching out. It's the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. I was introduced to this by a friend, and oh my goodness, it's been like part of the whole thing of reconnecting is just like how long it has been since I've taken any moment for myself to just allow myself to be and reflect on anything that was genuine, and to allow myself quiet space, to work so hard and fight for quiet space, and then to use it strictly for myself and allow that place to be filled with silence. In that silence, I started being able to hear myself again for the first time in a very long time. So if you've ever felt lost in life, like you've lost parts of yourself, and you look in the mirror and you don't even know who's looking back at you, and you feel lost in roles in life, but like, who are you? Then this is just something I want to share with you. This is what I've been doing to get myself out of that. There is a term for it. It's called individuation. And I think I'll go more in depth in that in future videos. this isn't quite the space for that. But I just want to start sharing how I'm pulling myself out of that place, rediscovering who I am, and embracing all of my colors and quirks and differences, the things that make me me. And hopefully by doing that, I can help it make it a little easier for you to do the same if you're struggling with that or just ready for a change in your life. We can do that together. So this one is called What We Bring Along. I'm reading directly from the book. A river doesn't hold all the water that passes through. In our journey through time, we all struggle constantly with what to bring along and what to leave behind. It feels so hard to throw anything away. But if we don't, we will drown underneath the weight of our own making. The river is a good model. It doesn't own the water that rushes by. Yet it couldn't be in more intimate relationship to it. As the force of what moves through shapes it. It is the same with everything we love. In truth, there is no point to holding on to the deepest things that matter, for they have already shaped us. The purpose of sentiment, then, is to release the powerful feelings that sleep in us. Sometimes books and cards and shells and dried flowers do this. But often we carry more than we need, seldom trusting that what these small treasures represent is already living within us. Often the most useful gift we can give ourselves is to lay our lives open like a river. And the guided reflection for that, hold a memento that has meaning for you and meditate on the feeling it releases. Be aware of where this feeling lives in you. Consider how alive or not this memento is for you. Consider why you keep it. And I think that's pretty powerful in itself when you reflect on it. I know it brought up a lot for me. And especially the part of like just that visual of laying yourself open to just have things, people flow in throughout your life. And it brought up a lot in me. So I just wanted to share a little bit of a reflection that I wrote in my little journal. And I just called it capture and release. That's kind of the energy that it brought up for me. So just to highlight again what it said from here, a river doesn't hold all the water that passes through it. That in itself was very huge for me. There's been a lot in my life that I've tried to hold on to that wasn't good for me. And I think just coming to that awareness that not everything that comes into my life is meant for me forever. Not everything is meant in the way I might think it would be. And the more I try to hold on to things, the harder my life becomes, especially if they're meant to just flow through. So there's a lot of things in there. And I'm going to present that to you to reflect on and what it ends up for you. So here's the rest of this reflection. And I also wanted to highlight from the book, there is no point to holding on to the deepest things that matter, for they have already shaped us. Release the feelings within us like a river, free flowing, not storing. Let it pass through and to where it needs to go. What those moments, the memories, represent, the people, the events, the feelings attached, already live within us and can never be destroyed. We can take all of that with us, free of charge and space. If anything, a snapshot to look through, but not the bulky things. I have struggled with holding on to people and things far longer than it was time to release them. I have been like a little child clinging to each thing like a security blanket. Like once it comes into my life, for better or worse, and in my case, there have been a lot of worses, it becomes all mine for life. Blessed is the release of old things to open up for the new. So I think obviously that's a bit of a powerful thing for me. And I know a lot of people that I've talked to can relate to that with different things that they're going through behind the scenes. And that was just, I felt like so divinely timed that I read that and had that reflection. And it was like just this beautiful message to me that it's okay, to release things and people and roles and relationships and ideas about others, about things in life, and especially about ourselves that maybe we've been holding on to for so long and that might have even started off as good but aren't any longer, that we outgrow that. And like, one of the comparisons I made before, going off about the bird being hatched, a bird's going to die if it doesn't hatch out of that shell. So at some point, this thing, this person, whatever it was or who, could have been very good for us and sustained us for a while, nourished us. And then at some point, it's time to outgrow it. We've outgrown it, or they've outgrown us, and it's time to release it. And when we release, like that river, letting it out, we also open ourselves up to let the good things in, new good things that can nourish us instead of harm us, instead of deplete us. And I think a lot of the suffering that we go through in life is trying to hold on to these things and people that we are meant to let go of, to release. So whether it's literally or figuratively, I would just invite you into that now, even if you've been holding on onto things for a very long time. You can still take that moment right now and just some deep breaths in and exhale out, and just bring that thing, that idea, that person, whatever it is that is ready to really be released, that it's time to release. Just let it come up, and then just allow it to flow out of you. Just see where you've been trying so hard to hold on to it, and then just open your hands to release it, open your heart to release it out. And then you can also receive new and good and better things back in. And if that resonates with you, I am wishing you so much love and light on your journey and your path. We're all going through this crazy thing together. And I just hope you can feel the love and spread some of that around too. And feel free to subscribe to my new Substack channel. I'll provide a link in the description below, because I would love to connect with you and walk with you through this crazy, beautiful, chaotic life.